My mum's new boyfriend is my teacher. I don't really know where to start, so I'll just say this. My mum deserves better. She's one of those people who gives everything to everyone. Her time, her patience, her sanity, and gets nothing but exhaustion in return. She raised me alone since I was 8. My dad left after their trial separation, turned into permanent silence. I used to hate him for it, but lately I think maybe Mum did too, just in a quieter way. Anyway, she's been lonely for years. She works night shifts at the hospital, comes home smelling like hand sanitizer and cheap coffee, and still manages to smile at me in the mornings before I go to school. I can tell she's tired down to her bones. So when she told me she was seeing someone, I wanted to be happy for her. Really, I did. She'd been glowing the past few weeks, humming while she cooked, dressing up on weekends, checking her phone like a teenager. I could tell she was nervous about telling me. One morning over breakfast, she just blurted it out. "Lena, I want you to meet someone. His name's Drew." I smiled because that's what you do. "Sure, Mom," I said. "When?" She told me Friday night, a dinner at home. She'd make her famous lasagna. "He's really wonderful," she said with that hopeful tone that sounds like a prayer. "You'll like him?" I didn't think anything of it at first. Mom's date, it's normal. She deserved that. It wasn't until Friday night, when the doorbell rang, that everything tilted. The smell of tomato sauce filled the kitchen. Mom was wearing her good blouse, the blue one with tiny flowers. I was half distracted scrolling through my phone when she called from the hallway. "Lena, come meet Drew." I walked out and my stomach dropped so fast I almost forgot how to breathe. Standing in the doorway was Mr. Hanson, my English teacher. I swear time folded in on itself. He was wearing jeans and a button-down, holding a bottle of wine and smiling like he didn't just fail me last semester. Like he didn't pull me aside one afternoon and tell me I wasn't applying myself. "Lena," my mom said, beaming. "This is Drew. Drew, my daughter Lena." He looked at me, and there was this flicker like recognition passing through a storm. But he recovered instantly, smiling too wide. "Ah," he said smoothly. "I didn't realize you two were related. Small world, small world." My brain was screaming. I managed a stiff, "Hi, Drew." Mom didn't notice the slip. We sat down to dinner, and it was like every second stretched into hours. He complimented the food, asked about my classes, and pretended like we were strangers. But I could feel it, this invisible tension buzzing between us. He knew exactly who I was, and he was enjoying it. Every time Mom turned away, he'd glance at me with his half-smirk. It wasn't overt, just enough to make my skin crawl. I tried to focus on eating, but my appetite was gone. My mom was talking about her shifts, about how thoughtful Drew had been, how he'd been helping her with paperwork after she messed up a medication order at work. "He's been such a blessing," she said, reaching over to touch his hand. Something twisted in my stomach. Paperwork? Medication error? How did he know about that? He smiled at her and said softly, "Anyone would have done the same." Then he looked at me again, and that smirk returned. Subtle, knowing. I barely remember the rest of dinner. Just flashes. Him complimenting her lasagna, her laughing too loudly, me scraping my fork against the plate so I didn't have to look at him. After he left, Mom turned to me with this hopeful expression. "So?" she asked. "What do you think?" I froze. The truth sat on my tongue, sharp as glass. He's my teacher. He failed me. He's a creep. But she looked so happy, the kind of happy she hadn't been in years, so I swallowed it. "He seems nice," I said, and I hated myself for it. That night I lay in bed staring at the ceiling, my mind replaying the way he looked at me, that calm, confident stare that said he had all the power. I knew that look. I'd seen it in class whenever I tried to defend myself or question a grade. The way he'd lean back smiling like he already knew I'd lose. Now he was in my house, eating my mom's food, touching her hand like he owned it. Watch the full video on the channel below.